Ну, попробуем в 7 утра. Не знаю, я надеюсь, этот мужик, который нас тренирует, он тоже рано встает. Потому что на турнир вроде было написано до 12 нужно записаться. Поэтому успеть еще тренировку провести. Бля. Жизнь, я где вообще? Я нажал просто выйти, поэтому мне пришлось бежать заново от мельника до палача. И на этот раз он решил не душиться с первого раза. И как видите, у меня теперь инвалидность первой группы. Он меня просто жестко отхуярил. Как тяжко. Он довольно сильно прям уже избит. Реально! Вот это он, конечно, танк. Я думал, что он неуязвим. Это очень плохо. Бля, я не сохранился. Ну, скалиться я вообще в розыске. Хорошо, что сгорело. За что я тут в розыске, я понять не могу. Типа я только одну женщину придушил, и то она меня не видела. Доброго времени суток. Продолжаем играть Come Deliverance. Мы прошли обучение. Сейчас очнулись, получается, в доме у мельника. Как прошли обучение? Сейчас нас еще будут обучать воровать, потом будем учаться драться. У нас нету лошади. Ну, есть ну, такой средненький доспех, и тот в сундуке. Сейчас переоденемся. Соли с собой возьмем. Платье нам, конечно, не нужно. И вот эти все штаны. Так, все это наши запасы на продажу будут. Так, мы все равно дико голодные. Прекрасно съел все, что у меня было. Видно, где-то нужно срочно достать еды. Или обокрасть кого-то. Не знаю, это надолго не хватит. Так. Это дополнение, которое у меня установлено. О, собачка.
Have you eaten yet?
Not yet.
Наврем я хочу.
Well, try to eat something. A big lad like you needs his strength. Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
What's that dog you have here? He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents, he was guarding his master's dead body. A faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then. Does he obey you?
Me? Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that he'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see him all day. I think he likes to go wandering.
So he's doing quite well then?
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? I don't want to think about Scarlet. So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Конечно.
Me?
С моим
I'm sure
умением
the two of
владеть
you would get on
мечом
great.
мне
He's a
очень
handsome fella
поможет
and
что-то, что
lovable.
будет еще
I'd be
атаковать
very
врагов.
happy if you had him.
But we never had a dog at the smithy. We never needed one.
Come on. He's got no one.
Alright. I'll take him. He can keep me company on my travels.
Thanks, Henry. Go and get him then. He's sniffing around somewhere here.
Куда он делся? Что? Так, где там?
A word with you, young fellow.
Hey, Mutt. Remember me? From Scalix, remember? You wanna go with me? Come on then. We'll get on like a house on fire. Follow me.
Так, это она бежит, куда я показываю. О, что это ты нашел?
Good boy. That's my boy. Come along, free.
Может, он принесет мне тоже кролика? Пойдем к мельнику.
Hey!
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And took
Мельники в этой игре это какой-то синдикат наподобие мафии. Они тут отмывают деньги, воровством занимаются, курируют всякие группировки какие-то воровские. Вот уже меня на бабки поставил.
But it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else.
Игра просто мотивирует меня быть бандитом.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet, along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
Разумно.
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. May the Lord watch over you.
Что-то принес, малыш? Нет. Так, лопата. По идее, где-то на видном месте должна быть. Вряд ли он ее запрятал. Чего он все гавкает? Тут нет. Вот. Лопата мне очень пригодится. Сейчас теперь мы сможем найти клады. Так, где же клады? Ратая. А мы в Ратае же. Что за город? Так, здесь мы кольцо будем воровать. Есть вероятность, что это не Ратая. Так, это что такое? Тоже Ратая. Надо в тенек отойти. Так, у жлиц. Мы не знаем пока где. Тоже Ратая. Ну, в общем, нужно понять, где Ратая. Это что такое? Ладно, немного исследуем карту, чтобы было более понятно, где что в этом мире. И тогда уже будем искать. Так, нам туда. Неплохо бы по пути завалить какого-нибудь кабана там или зайца. Я луком его поставил, хоть пользоваться я им умею. Угу. И на самом деле вообще чуть-чуть нужно. Нужно найти кого-то. Как я уже сказал, кабана или зайца. И подстрелить. Заранее лук достать. Возможно, еще стоило сохраниться перед всем этим. Но не думаю, что Кто-то на меня нападет рядом с городом. Так, мы прибежали куда надо. Теперь вопрос, где собаки и где... Только у меня бутылок шнапса. 4. А каждая стоит по 100. Вот лишний раз тоже сохраняться не хочется.
Hey,
Ты палач? Блин, вот что это за навык? А, это речь. Так что за обучение?
Can you
Псарь.
help me with training my dog?
certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it will cost you.
Вот 30 монет.
Isn't
За
that
это я
quite a
готов,
lot?
кстати. Еще
What do you say to
сторгуемся.
this?
Well, now, a little more and we'll shake on it. Agreed. Now listen up.
Прекрасно.
Can you help me with training my dog?
Certainly.
А это
I'm
сколько
interested in more
стоит?
advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
Well, I'll think it over. This is a bit awkward, but recently you buried a convict, and this convict,
Не думаю, что я его смогу заболтать. Возможно, вообще зря выбрал эту опцию.
was a friend of mine. He had a ring on his finger that I gave him for luck. And I figured, since he doesn't need it anymore...
And you think I rob corpses, so I must have it?
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't be fool enough to bury him with such a valuable ring. Or am I wrong?
You're right, I do have the ring. But actually, it's a worthless bauble. You can have it for a few groschen.
20 грошей. Или можно его сейчас
Thanks,
задушить.
but I'm not interested.
Why don't you make your bloody mind up what you want?
Я думал, придется копать.
Are you looking for me? Well, I never. What are you doing here? Are you after something?
Я думаю, надо снять все громкое. Что еще у меня громкое? Вот это? Реально.
Got bellyache, have you? That's nasty. Can I do anything to help?
Прекрасно. Его собака вообще никак на это не отреагировала. Так, одеваемся назад. Что на мне еще было? По-моему, что-то нательное. Это мой пес? Да. У него какой-то меч неплохой. То, что у меня какая-то сабля. И, наверное, мы еще курицу у него дома перебьем. Так, минимальная сила 10. Да, кстати, это вообще... я не могу нормально пользоваться, потому что у меня низкая ловкость. Ничего себе. Но все равно лучше этот меч. Потому что на него разница поменьше. Курочка. Странно, почему собаки меня полностью игнорируют. Еще и свиньи есть. Я просто киллер. Так, это куда свинюшка? Ладно, мне этих хватит. Надо собаку покормить. Так, забираем все.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Good boy. That's my boy.
Им, по-моему, можно как-то сказать охотиться или
Look what I've
что-то
got for
такое.
you. You'll love this.
Пойдем к нему в дом и поищем кольцо. О, навык.
What? This is nothing.
Так, то, что нужно. Шкуры. Нужны ли нам шкуры? Сейчас пока возьмем. У него уже сейчас жесткий перевес. Нужно найти, где у него тут готовят еду. Выкинуть все лишнее. Можно отправляться дальше. Так, что у нас по перевесу? У нас очень много. Как разделить? Так, ставим себе, допустим, 9. Тут по весу. То мы выкидываем 11 кило. Так, остается еще 12. Нужно выкинуть. Не думаю, что мне стоит выкидывать всю еду. Значит, можно что-то выкинуть. Вот такие штаны, они вряд ли. Там еще все на продажу будет гораздо дешевле. Отработаем. Господи, он все еще встал. Тут я вовремя развернулся, пока меня ни в чем не обвинили. Так, нам к мельнику назад.
To heal much?
Мне чуть не показалось, что на меня кто-то нападает, это моя тень. Так, как с тобой поговорить?
Come along,
Давай,
free.
гуляй. Да, возможно... Возможно, для вас прошло пара секунд, и просто моя вебка переместилась вправо, но для меня уже прошел день. Я зашел в игру и понял, что я не нажал сохраниться и выйти, я нажал просто выйти. Поэтому мне пришлось бежать заново от мельника до палача. И на этот раз он решил не душиться с первого раза. И, как видите, у меня теперь инвалидность первой группы. Он меня просто жестко отхуярил. Поэтому я думаю, я перемотаю сейчас этот кусок и окажусь уже у мельника, отдам ему кольцо и лягу спать, чтобы хоть как-то восстановиться.
So what are we?
My respects.
I have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone.
У меня как раз есть такие вещи.
You'll buy stolen goods from me. Oh, thanks for your trust. Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Он изящно
Aye.
это назвал.
Why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. God be with you.
Он сам-то идет. Удивительно, кстати, что у меня не испортились отношения с палачом. То есть я на него пытался напасть. Он меня, конечно, избил, все мне поломал, но репутация не испортилась, награду за меня не объявили.
I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable. But once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out. Carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Так нужно, то есть, первый раз зажать, и
You're
это
welcome.
определит то время,
But
сколько
I'll
у
be
меня
having
будет на
that dagger
воровство.
back now.
I've got some goods here whose owner...
All right. Let's take care.
Так, это что такое? Так вот, учебники нужно точно скупать. Блин, отмычки очень все дорого, конечно. Ну или 500 грошей, это не деньги. Тоже вариант. Шкуры мы продадим. $530. Но пока это дороговато, надо где-то денег взять и не забыть потом это выкупить у него все.
Let's talk about the
Sure. Why not?
Agree?
Блин, проблема в том, что
sounds
от меня
pretty
воняет.
A little
Я не
less,
понял,
I'll
как
be
в прачечной,
satisfied.
в этой, в купальне постираться.
Aye.
Я думаю, у меня
That
там
amount
жесткий
I can
дебаф
persuade.
на обаяние, или как там называется, перк.
Goodbye. Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left, got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock to the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler in. Otherwise, you'll be fucked. You'll have to start all over. You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. Remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks,
Водочка.
watch out. Yeah. Try it a few more times if you like. Then good luck with the real thing. Goodbye.
I'd like to try pickpocketing again.
As you wish. I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. First, you have to rummage in the purse. Once you've found something you want, try stealing my dagger. It's there. Farewell.
Подожди, не прыгай. Ночью уже нужно спать лечь, чтобы завтра уже пойти в город и заняться какими-то делами. Куда он идет?
Take care.
Я думал, он мне поможет поучиться. Так, нужно сделать обожрамс и лечь спать. Что у нас тут быстрее будет портиться? По-моему, вот это обжорство, оно... Так. Как посмотреть, что на меня действует? Мне казалось, что есть какой-то положительный эффект от этого. Типа то, что у меня, не знаю, здоровье быстрее восстанавливается. Так это вообще не очень. Мне же еще перк взят, то, что я могу проснуться где-то в случайном месте. Вот не хотелось бы сейчас оказаться избитым где-то не там. 70 здоровья только восстановится. Да в смысле?
Hey, young fellow, you can't sleep here. Go and find a bed of your own. Out! Get up!
Шесть.
What are you doing lying here? Get the hell out! You can't be serious, sleeping in other people's bed.
А,
Get out or you'll be sorry.
поспал бы на другой. Чё ты кричишь-то?
God be with you.
Вот разорался-то. Я уж думал,
What do you
случилось
think
чего-то.
this is, an inn? Get the hell out of here. That bed. God save you.
Так бы сразу.
I hear you're able to open locks.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right, but it'll come.
Isn't that quite a lot?
Блин, я на этот раз забыл у палача обучиться собаководству.
Is this
Если
enough?
даже не знает, что дают вот эти изучения
That's a
перков, вряд ли это
full offer.
дает прям опыт какой-то. Кажется, это должно давать какой-то навык.
Agreed. Now listen up.
А, не, прям уровень
Hey.
дается.
Get up off of that bed. You've no business here.
I hear you're able.
Certainly.
Well. Will you teach me?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right.
Isn't that quite a lot? Since it's you.
I'd almost shake on that.
Сердился. Сейчас
Now,
выгонит
listen up.
меня опять.
Fellow, you can't sleep here. Go and find a bed of your own. Out.
Так, я забыл где-то отмычки. Или я их
Get up off
вообще
that bed.
потерял.
You've no business here. You can't be serious. Sleeping in other people's beds. Get out or you'll be sorry.
А, у меня 15 отмычек.
God be with
Так,
you.
ладно. Пока на мельника дела забьем, пойдем. Что мне нужно? Нужно бы потренироваться на мечах, но встретиться с паном Рациком. И вообще неплохо бы помыться. Вот. Вообще будет крайне неплохо. То я уже встретил одну даму, которая сказала, что от меня воняет. О,
Hey,
можно у нее еды подрезать.
though you'd be better off going for a good scrub.
Вот опять.
May the Lord watch over
У них тут должна быть, я не знаю, главная прачка или кто-то такой. А, вот хозяйка.
Good day.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
Есть какое-то небольшое порно.
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in advance.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. May the Lord...
Все от меня не воняет.
Goodbye.
По крайней мере, она это не заявляет. Так,
I'd like to make
а
use
сколько
of
стоит
So what are you-
вылечиться?
a physician. I have.
As you wish.
40.
That's too much.
Недорого.
As you wish.
Нет, вчера, когда я там лежал в кровати, помирал, наверное, это того бы стоило. Так, а ничего ли у меня не прокачалось? Это звучит супер эффективно. Что если отмычка ломается, то нужно заново искать эту слабую точку. Сытость. Я голодный, оказывается. Ну, собачку
Look what
периодически
I've got for you.
подкармливать.
Love this.
Сырой курицей будем кормить.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabila of Dvoyets.
Of course you are, lad, and I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
Come on, I'm not some peasant. I'm Sir Radzig's blacksmith, and I need to speak with him.
All right then, go ahead.
Нет, солидный молодой человек, между
What else,
прочим.
sir? May the Lord watch over you.
Все равно у него есть имя. Никого.
Good day to you.
What are you hanging around for? Don't you have any work to do?
No, I don't. Sigismund's marauders took everything I had and reduced me to beggary.
What's it about?
Since I lost everything, I've been doing whatever I could to survive. Only I got caught with my hand in someone else's pocket. And since then, I can't even set foot on the square without catchbolts pouncing on me.
So you're a pick.
Знакомая ситуация.
All right, get to the point, but keep your hands where I can see them.
My honestly begged groschen were taken from me by that bastard of a guard, Pazdera. He claimed I stole them and took them for himself, the swine. Well, if you can get them from his pocket back into mine, where they rightfully belong, I'll give you a share and teach you a handy trick too. What do you say?
All right, I reckon I can manage that. How much coin are we talking about?
Everything he has on him, half is yours.
It all sounds a bit fishy.
Well, take it or leave it. But if you get my money back from Pazdera the guard, I'm sure I can put some more work your way. God be with you.
Так. Что это у нас тут внизу? Еще похоже на какой-то загон или раскопки археологические. Тут есть кто живой? Не, вроде не видно. Шнапс. Судя по всему, я нашел какую-то книгу по воровству. Но я все еще не умею читать. Учебник, да, по скрытности. Научиться читать не так уж и быстро.
Hal, what are you doing here? I took you for dead.
Oh, it's a long story. What about you? How did you get out of Skalitz?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. A frightful storm broke that night, and Sigismund's heathens ran back to their camp. They never dreamed Sir Radzig would use a storm as cover for our escape. The entire village slipped away as quiet as mice while no one watched. In the morning when those bandits attacked, all they found was an empty castle with an old goat inside. I wish I could have seen their faces.
So do I. You tricked them nicely. See you later.
Burned to ashes by Sigismund's sword.
Пойдем к пану. Чем за колокол звонит? Им будет обидно, если сейчас турнир идет, потому что он еще долго не начнется. Шкура-то ничего особо не стоит, а весят. Точно выкинем. Собачий. Какой-то у меня жесткий уже перевес опять. Ладно, все выкинем. А что так много весит? Кстати, на меч взять другой. Вот это вообще надо продать. Почему украден? Надо было его сбыть этому мельнику.
Would that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you will be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Мне кажется, это был сарказм. Ой.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Peckstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzik, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order.
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
No, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Oh, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. Woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
Похоже на то.
No fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything? Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. Bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear, you're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Все, сейчас жесткие тренировки начнутся.